Hello and welcome to Ham Falcon, my hammer-locked regular man. And today, we're going to be working towards a Dragon Warhammer. So first things first, we started with playing catch-up on our prayer level. It's time to sort out something I have been neglecting for a very long time. Turns out I never read this scroll, that's a bit embarrassing. And with that scroll, I can set up this portal to Yanil, and this is how I want it. We've got Yanil teleport, the Rock teleport, and a Frankenstein's castle teleport, which gives us wide coverage of the map. I still need a Xeric's talisman. However, with the Lizard Shaman Slayer task, I should hopefully be able to get that, and then with that talisman, I could do further construction training through Mahogany Homes and start improving this place. But for now, at least I've got some use out of a POH now, which is pretty good, pretty nice. Target prayer reached and achieved with the money which we had. We got 510k left, absolutely fucking broke. Right, time for an essential step. In order to fight these Lizzy Shammies, I am going to need some armour. Tier 5 Shazern armour to be exact. I think it's pronounced Shazern, something like that. And in order to get that armour, I must beat each tier of soldier 5 times. Nice and easy, nothing too complex. I'm just going to speed up time. You don't need to watch all of this. It's not too exciting. It's pretty easy to be honest. And that is all of tier 5 done. So this is going to be the best we can wear. Since I can't use a Slayer Helm, this is the best we've got. So how about, without any further delay, we try and get our first Lizard Shaman kill and see how this goes. Okay then, so this is my loadout. I think this should work. That's more than enough prayer pots to keep me going. This shit I'm probably going to have to eat a lot of. Probably going to need to take more. This is just experimental at the moment. This is because I don't have any fountains in my POH at the moment. So kind of needed, kind of needed. And I've got a home teleport because I've decided to build an extra portal chamber for the battlefront. The battlefront takes me to here and I can hop down into one of these to fight Lizard Shaman. Of course, I am on their Slayer task right now, but since I can't use my Slayer helmet, there's no point grinding out a Slayer helmet to start with, and I might as well just use these temples here which are nice and close by. Alrighty then, if I remember correctly, here they are. This is where the boys live. This is someone who's coming to fight him himself. He's probably just going to park himself up in there. Yeah, I'm going to hop weld. Brilliant, we've got a weld. Right, I'm going to dose up, and this is the plan. Go in. Oh no, you fucking don't, my dude. There we go. Right, I'm going to need to prayer range. Move out of the way of him. Get in, it's this boy, and now I can comfortably sit here, and when these start vibrating, switch to range, and then switch back. And that's it! Effectively, I should be able to do this, if not a bit more long-winded than it normally would be. I got practice of this in on leagues last year, since I went mainly with a melee build. Obviously, it's not going to run as smooth as it did with leagues. Theory-wise, it should do, and it seems to be. It's taken a while for the kills. But generally, it seems to be going quite safe, and that's all what matters really. Right, it's going safe. And the safer we can do this, the longer we can make trips by bringing less food and more prayer pots. I've got to make sure my auto retaliates off as well, because that will get me fucking killed. But brilliant, that is my first kill done. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. See, it can be done. It can be done in very awkward ways. If I make my money back from this is a different matter entirely. I've got a good feeling I won't. I've noticed I've poorly explained what is going on here. So for those of you unfamiliar with Lizard Shaman, let's break it down. Lizard Shaman attack with both range and melee, but will default to range as long as you don't stand next to them. As their max hit of melee is significantly higher than range, this is why I prayer with melee when attacking, and then switch to range when avoiding its special attacks. Lizard Shaman have 3 special attacks available to them. The first one is an acid spit attack. You can't pray against that. Our tier 5 Shazern armour, however, blocks all damage from this, which is why we grabbed it earlier on. The attack will still poison us though. Its second attack is a jump attack, in which it will land at our current location at the time of the jump, and do a 3x3 AoE, which is why we must move out the way. His final attack is summoning 3 purple spawns, which explodes with a 3x3 AoE and will shake before they explode. We can dodge this simply by moving through the Shaman and have them body block the spawns. And that is Lizard Shaman 101. You should use range, thus making everything I just explained redundant, but I am hammerlocked, and this is how we do things. There you go, that's twice I've done it. I've just got to do it another 2,998 times. That's easy, right? That's an easy job. I wouldn't even worry about it, to be honest. I am going to need to pick up this coal, though. Anything which can help me make my money back, I need to be picking up. I just absolutely ate shit with that. That was not fun. I've got a plan with those little purple dudes, which I'm going to try out next time we go. So I should be able to run straight through. No, it didn't work. He stepped back. I think I can pull it off if I get the positioning right. But what I'm thinking is if I run through... Excuse me. Oh yeah, he still does range even when I'm in the melee, doesn't he? Little fuck. So what I'm thinking is if I move through like that, it should have him all hooked on the other side of him. Not performed as good there, but if they can get all hooked on, I can keep my prayer on and stay safe as well. That's what I'm thinking. That is what I'm thinking. Yeah, like that. Like that. That is what I was hoping to pull off. That's the first trip. I didn't use too much resource, but I went through my food fairly quickly. But that gives us a general idea of what we're working with. And I'm pretty sure there's a few things we could do to make that run a whole lot more smooth as well. But that's 6 kills done already. 20k, not gonna complain. Definitely didn't use 20k worth of resources, I don't believe. So we are running at a profit, and that's what matters, right? Okay then. This is the 1st of November, the 1st of the 11th. We're dating this. We're actually dating this so we can see how fucking long this takes. I'm not going to record hours and time and whatnot because it's such a fucking ball ache. All we need to know is kills and how many days, right? Hope you're all excited for world hopping content. For me personally, this is my favourite part of any YouTube video or watching any kind of grind. It's watching people hop world to world, trying to find somewhere to do what they're trying to do. But so far, pretty neat, pretty clean. I do passively take some damage, so this is why I mentioned the flinching idea. So for those on YouTube, what the flinching idea is because they do attack with range in melee distance. Praying range doesn't really nullify all the damage. I'm still going to take some damage. So I'm thinking at some point using Torwags, just pray range and I can flinch them. And that should help reduce the amount of damage. But that requires me being able to time it. And I can't time shit to save the rest of my life. You know what? Good start. We need one of these. Pick that up. That is a very happy start because we need that shit. I got a Zerix talisman. That's my first talisman. Very happy. Very pleased. See what I mean? Even though I've got my melee on, it still attacks with range. So I'm not able to nullify 100% of the damage. Which is why I think if I use Torwags, use a 5-tick weapon, I could possibly flinch, pray range, and that way I can nullify all damage and only keep the one prayer one. Ideally, I need a way to increase my range defense so I'm less likely to get hit by the spit attacks while I'm doing some melee shenanigans, but that's just not going to happen because I need to wear this armor. Obby cape. Normally, that's a meme, but that could actually be a legitimate fucking suggestion, which I'm absolutely hating right now, Sleepy. The thing is, normally, it's a fucking meme, isn't it? You wear obby capes because you ain't got your fire cape yet. It's for fire cape for poor people. That's what obby cape is. But that might be a legitimate, serious suggestion for what's going on here, because that can give me my extra range defense while I'm prey melee, and I hate that is a viable option. I feel like I've spent my whole entire time shit talking obby capers, and I'm gonna have to become an obby caper. So on recommendation of Sleepy, we are gonna switch out to an obsidian cape. It's an extra 9 range defense. I should have been recording, I'll be honest. I fucked that one up. But Dragon Medium Elm did not know Lizard Shaman dropped that. It's not a clock. It's not a clock. That's quite cool. Quite cool. Alright, gang. This is the first hard clue scroll ever for Hammerlocked. So this is history. This is history. There is a chance we may not be able to do some of these, especially if it needs red D-hide, since we can't wear it yet. But we'll give it a shot, see what we get. Sourdough Wizard, we call it a spade, south of Ironworth Camp. I don't believe we can access that area yet. Do we need... I've done more than Underground Pass. Because I've done Underground Pass, but I've not done the Elf Quest line any further than that. So let's have a look. Let's have a look. You must have started Regicide. No, I've already started it, but I don't have the agility. Do we want to do agility? Do we want to get distracted by agility? I mean, we probably should. We probably should, because we're going to get some more hard clue scrolls along the way. We'll bank this for now, and we'll wait until we get 100 KC on the Lizard Shaman. We're on 81 at the moment, so we'll wait till we get 100, and then we'll smash out this hard clue scroll. Rune Warhammer to finish this trip. Pretty neat, pretty cool. And we almost used up all of our stocks this time for this trip, which is pretty cool. That is definitely a sign that we are getting a whole lot better at this, which I'm very pleased about. Very happy about. 97 kills at the end of the first day, 669k. That's definitely covered costs as well as a bit extra. Okay, so we do have our first ever hard clue scroll for the account. We do need to improve our agility so we can get into Ironworth, however it's pronounced. And what I'm going to do is each time I get a hard clue scroll from the Lizard Shaman, once I finish my trip, I'm just going to do it. I'm not always going to record my progress with it. What I think I'll do is each time I've got to do something new in order to unlock steps, like what I'm doing right now with improving my agility and progressing Regicide so we can access Ironworth, then we'll demonstrate it. And then if I come across any barriers or anything which is going to be impossible for Hammerlocked, then we're going to leave it. And then we're going to save all of the caskets for when we finish the Lizard Shaman grind, and we can do a big grand opening. And with a graceful cape, we are ready to start clue hunting. Turns out I need to complete Regicide before I can use the teleport scroll. Guess we're painfully running through the Underground Pass again. Somehow traversing the woods has been a whole lot safer than the Underground Pass. Go figure that one. Fuck, I need food for this guy as well, don't I? Well, I may have spilt the paint. It's fine, we got it. It's in the bag. I wouldn't worry about it. The next one is in Cafferby, which is fine. I'm just going to finish up the rest I need to do for Underground Pass. Not Underground Pass, Regicide. And then we can come back to doing the clue scroll. We're now at the part where we gotta go to Rimmington and make some bombs. So instead of doing that, I'm gonna instead carry on with my hard clue scroll. And if we end up with a step which sends us back over to Ironworth or anywhere else in the land of the elves, then we can continue Regicide, instead of putting myself through the pain of the Underground Pass again. That is step 2 done. Or not, we got a puzzle box. Now that is step 2 done, step 3 done, step 4. That is a lot. We can do it. We can do it. Okay. Well, we're off into the desert. My favourite place in RuneScape. So in order to enter Sophanum, I need to do Ichlin's Little Helper. Somehow, this quest for the Dragon Warhammer is instead turning into a quest completion episode. But I only have to do these once. And that's it. I don't have to do it again. So might as well get Ichlin's Little Helper done and out of the way. And then we can do this next step. Right, we got ourselves knocked out. We're down here now. We just need to enter the pyramid and do all the shenanigans it requires of us. And that's Ichlin's Little Helper done and out the way. That means I can enter and leave this place as freely as I need to. Perfect for hard clue scrolls in the future. And even more important, I can now finish this clue step. Gonna make sure my auto retaliate is off, because if I don't, I'm gonna start swinging with a adamant 2-hand and completely ruin the account. Do we need to dance to summon in a double agent? Get this on, get these back on so I can kill him without using the anti-two-hand. And now we sit and chill and watch that health go down. Brilliant, okay. And we've got another clue step, of course. Why wouldn't we? This time we are off the Draenor. Nice and simple. Another step, my lord. This is going on and on and on. That's a lot more simpler at least, I guess. Time to mess with another double agent. Get that protection prayer up, get them hammers out, and let's smash his face in. I say smash his face in, I'm not really hitting him whatsoever. What even is this angle? I've heard about having the high ground, but this is taking the piss a bit. And we've got the casket. Right then, let's get out of here. And I'm going to crack this open at the bank. I definitely should have put this stuff back into the storage container. I'll do that in a moment. I'll do that shortly. But as this is a first hard casket on the account, I think it's certainly right we open this up. Nothing too overly excited. I mean, that's money. That is definitely money. But brilliant. The rest of the caskets, I am just going to save up for the end of this Lizard Shaman grind. But let's get back to it. Back to my new personal purgatory, known as the Lizard Shamans. Curse of Arath has just dropped, and with it, a new helmet. The zombie helmet. So at the moment, I've been using the Obsidian Helm. And you know, the Obsidian Helm is pretty cool. Plus 3 melee strength. That's about it. Let me introduce you to the zombie helmet. So it's plus 2 melee strength, bit lower. But this is where it's kind of cool. Plus 8 crush attack bonus. You know, pretty neat to know. Of course, it's more defense as well compared to what I've been using. So this is a nice interim helmet for the meantime. 1 melee strength bonus isn't going to make all the difference, but that plus 8 crush bonus definitely is, as well as a defense. Sadly, we're doing Lizard Shaman, so this is a setup we've got to continue using in the meantime. We are now on day 4 of killing Lizard Shaman. I've got into some kind of flow with it all. Pretty much I spend roughly 2 hours, getting 100 kills in, and then just leave it there. So far, so good. Not feeling tired or burnt out with it. Means I can continue paying attention to my main account. Got roughly just under 2 mil worth of drops from this as well, so it's making our bank look pretty good, pretty tasty. Of course, no Dragon Warhammer just yet, but with 300 plus kills in the bag, that means theoretically we are 10% of the way through, which is pretty cool, pretty nice. Hopefully this drops on rate, unlike the Giant Hill Club, and hopefully I get the hammer before league start. If it doesn't, all's not lost. Since I'm only doing about 100 kills a day when I can, I'll just do these 100 kill first, and then I can go and play some leagues. Its grind has been a whole lot less brain rot though than Barrows, which I'm very happy with. It's keeping me engaged, which is pretty nice. There is a huge attrition factor with it since I can't block or damage coming in. But the attrition ain't been too bad, it's been pretty good. Yeah, I'm just very happy with how this is going. It's not as bad as I thought. Dragon Spear. I got slightly excited then. I saw the word dragon, thought, know what, we're in. But a Dragon Spear. Okay. Odds drop. We finally have a second clue scroll. So after this trip, I'm going to see if that's completable. So the second hard clue scroll on the account so far, nice and easy to do. Next step requires me to be in the fishing guild, but you need a minimum of 63 fishing in order to boost to get in there. So maybe that's an AFK grind to do during the week. For now, that's the end of this clue scroll. I'm not going to chuck it because I'm just going to AFK those levels. It shouldn't take too long. I've returned from leagues at last. We now have 68 fishing. We can get into the fishing guild to finish up this hard clue scroll. I'll be honest, it's been a while. I've just realized there's other things we need to pick up here, so let's pick these things up and smash out this hard clue scroll. I also may have won 3 mil in a giveaway while I was on leagues, so to protect the integrity of the account, naturally all that money has been spent on buying hammers. Something I have learned while buying these hammers though, which I'll show you in just a short moment. 40, you can only buy 40 hammers a day. Why? Is there a buy limit of 40 hammers a day? Who at Jagex thought that was necessary? That literally only exists to spite me and nobody else. It's just also clocked with me that I need 50 range in order to equip the blue D high chaps, which I definitely don't have. So I'm just gonna drop this here. Forget about the time I've just wasted AFK fishing and just carry on killing the lizard shaman. I'm in combat and the ding got missed, but combat level 100. Finally, the big 100. And we got it at the ATH strength. Big milestone for Ham Falcon. Big milestone. As he's about to get killed. We are now 559 Lizzy Shammies deep. This one being the 560. It's chill. It's chill. Not exciting, but it's chill. Sticking to the 100 a day kills. That way I can nicely pace this. And hopefully we'll get a spoon. But I'm not holding out because if I hold out on that spoon, I'm just going to disappoint myself. Let's be honest here. That's 560. That leaves 2,440 more to go. Don't mind me. May or may not be committing a war crime. Just casual Ham Falcon activities if I'm completely honest. Nothing to see here, I promise you. Of course, we weren't just here to commit war crimes. We had a clue scroll waiting to be done. We did say we'd finish up Wedgerside next time we're back on this end due to traversing the underground path. There would be a montage of all the times I've got hit like I've done the past 2 times, but oddly enough, for the first time ever, I never failed a single bit of the underground pass. It's true, can't prove otherwise. And that is Regicide done and out the way. Get us to 57 agility. You love it, you love it, you love it. I'm gonna close this door for these people because I believe that they had this trapped around here. It's the second ever hard clue casket on Hammerlock, so let's read the book of knowledge which we just received so that way we get a cheeky bit of range XP. Look at that, look at that. We are now 1,756 from our level, and if we crack this open we get nothing which we wanted, but we do get dollar, and I'm not going to say no to dollar. Know how I said I'm back now after leagues? I lied. It is now 4 months later, all because after leagues I was like, know what, I really fancy just playing on my main account for a bit, and that's exactly what I did, as well as I've been doing only reds naturally, as you may have already seen. But this is the hammer collection now. Look at that. Big stack. Still plenty of hammers to go from the sleepy giveaway. I don't think these ones at 56 GP are going to buy, to be honest. How much are hammers now? We're at 95 GP a piece. We're going to leave it as it is because they seem to go up and down. Yeah, this is where we are, and I'm coming back at it. The main thing I want to look at the moment is just to check the value of blood moons. And I'm going to quickly add that up. So that's close to 14 mil. The reason I have done that is because I know Bandos, as of late, has dropped in value. So that's still around 22 mil, so it's not going to be that. But we might be able to afford some tacits. And if we can afford some tacits, I am happy to lose the blood moons, get some tacits, and maybe we can grind for a fighter's torso in the future. But we'll let that buy offer sit in there. If it goes through, absolutely golden days. We're not going to be using them anytime soon anyways because we are repping this gear to keep that grind going. But we're currently at 682 kills. We've had a long enough break, 4 months. 4 months. Also be playing a lot of Warhammer Darktide for those who are interested. You're probably not, but I thought I'd share that anyways. Yeah, yapping over. Let's do this. Thought I would do the Master and Elite clue scroll sitting in my bank. Master's come to an end. I need the Ball War. I need to do a bit more of Legends Quest for that. That's one for another day. For this one, I might be able to do. And that one comes to an end because we need a Helm of Nay, it's not. The thing we have tried to get in the past and we have just been denied. However, we got a little bit of loot anyways from doing clue steps, so that's fine. That can be dropped. Farewell, not needed. No faffing about. Time to kill some Lizzy Shammies. First experience lamp since Hammerlock has come back. Let's slap that straight into range. Oh, it feels good. Feels good to be back. Just another 1,296 experience to go. Nothing to worry about. Alrighty then, first Lizard Shaman kill since coming back from the break. Let's send it. Fuck! I clicked on my shark a bit too late. Great start, great start, great return. It's a good job. We are not hardcore. Amazing return, amazing return. Kill 750, quarter of the way there, and we get a Earth Battle Staff. That's very anticlimactic, very saddening, but that does mean we are a quarter of the way to the 1 in 3,000 drop rate. Still hoping for that spoon, still holding out for the spoon, quarter of the way, it's not all bad. So right now we have a poll going on Twitch, and it's a very important poll. And I had this planned for if we didn't get the Dragon Warhammer within the first 750 KC. And what this poll is, if chat can correctly vote and correctly guess what KC bracket I get the Dragon Warhammer on, and it is correct, I'm going to be enough of an idiot to get a Dragon Warhammer tattoo. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Because 1, it's going to be banter, and 2, it's just funny, eh? It's just going to be funny. And 3, I'm due a new tattoo anyway, so why not? But we've got brackets up. Brackets are nice, simple. They're pretty much in 500 kill brackets, except for the first bracket. So you got 750 to 1,000, 1,000 to 1,500, 1,500 to 2,000, etc, etc. And you, guys, in chat, need to vote on the bracket. And whatever bracket gets the most votes, that's where it's going to lock in on. It's just a bit of fun, you know? Keep it spicy. Because my god, this grind is fucking boring. And I need something to give me a thrill. Something to keep things lively. And knowing what bracket wins a vote, and if I'm in the danger zone of potentially getting a regrettable tattoo, is gonna be the excitement behind it. Chat has decided, they have voted on the 750 to 1,000 KC bracket. They're very confident that's who it's gonna be, because they're 100% in. I think that is very overconfident, because that is the smallest of the brackets, as well as I'm already 10 KC in, so really there's only 240 KC where that can possibly happen. But they're heavily confident in that. They believe that is the true answer. Obviously, we will have to wait and see. I want these qualms before I teleport out. But if a Dragon Warhammer does drop in that 750 to 1,000 KC bracket, you have my word, I will get a Dragon Warhammer tattoo. That is a promise. Ham Falcon update. We officially can get the gams out. Kill 850 and it gives us fabric. Exciting times. Love to see it. A new day, a new grind. It's not a new grind, it's the ongoing grind. But I'm not particularly well today. Head's a bit iffy. Stomach's a bit iffy, but the grind must go on, and that's exactly what we are going to do. Once I have found a weld which I can actually use, because apparently the Lizard Shaman are very popular tonight. That's the 950th Lizard Shaman. Nothing exciting, nothing spicy. Those who thought I would get this before 1,000 KC, they're shaking right now. They're shaking, they're shitting, and they're pissing. Yes! Yes! We got it! We got it! We got it! Oh my god! Oh fuck, okay, okay, okay. I need to get out. I need to get out. Just chill and get out. My fuck. People are going to be quite happy because as we're at 962 KC, so I have a promise to uphold. But it's over. It's finally over. The fact it's dropped the day after Ish has made my 3D printed Dragon Warhammer as well. Huge, absolutely huge. Let's talk stats, shall we? So at the moment, I've got my Tomotleys on. See the figures right here. Crush accuracy 72, Lee strength 64. Nothing too exciting. It's also 4 tick. And if we highlight over to the Dragon Warhammer here, just an extra 21 strength, extra 23 crush accuracy, but it is a 6 tick weapon. So there is some sacrifices. However, that is an unfair assessment. What we want to do is equip the Dragon Warhammer with our defender. And now we've got an accuracy bonus of 118 and a strength bonus of 91. If I swap them out, you can see there the huge leap. Massive leap. Yeah, slower tick attack speed, but we do also get the extra benefit of our special attack. As you can see there, we do an attack that inflicts 50% more damage, which, you know, huge, absolutely huge. We also lower our target's defense by 30%, which in turn means increased DPS I want to test this thing out. Let's find something to bonk. Can you all just appreciate how haggard my gear loadout is? This is the best loadout money can buy right now. And since we'll never be able to get the Lizzy Helm, this is the best helmet we've got, the zombie helmet. This is the first time I'm actually being able to use it as well, which is quite exciting. 29, that was the max hit splat without specking. We've not got any potions on either, but our max hit is now 29. So that's an extra 3, but we should also have the bonus of increased accuracy, which is pretty nice. And of course, with the spec, further accuracy when we lower everything's defense. But I do believe, until we get the Elder Maw, this is now our best weapon. It doesn't matter what hammer we collect next, unless we're going to Cox and getting an Elder Maw. That's it now. We've peaked. Obviously, we could get some better gloves, better necklace, some better other pieces of gear, but hammers-wise, we have peaked. And if you are watching this, I am still after Cox volunteers, so if you want to volunteer for Cox, let me know that you're into Cox, and we'll do some Cox. Our next grind, though, is going to be a real challenge, and it's not even for a hammer, but it will give us access to something which will change this account forever.